Good evening, Contest of Champions. Week 9 has ended. We are about to get into Week 10. The playoff picture is forming, and by God, it's getting tight. Anthony, how you doing today, sir?
Week 9 is not over for all of us, okay? Some of us are still locked up, staring at stat corrections until Thursday, okay?
How clenched are those cheeks?
Listen, speaking of tight, the sphincter is still locked in. There was some shit talk. There was some shit talk happening in a chat this morning, including myself and Kyle. I said absolutely no words, as I did with Andrew a few weeks ago. I will talk no shit. I will not let the karma gods.
Listen, do me a favor. Pull up your schedule results, like in your standings. I want to see these fucking point differentials
Where
that
am
you're
I?
getting away with.
What the hell's the name of my team? Oh, here we go. 4. 12. All right, blowout. Loss. 2-point loss, if that makes up for it at all.
All right.
1-point win. 7, 10. 1-point win. Honestly, so in 5-point games, I'm 3-1. You know that is good. That is good. I will admit that.
No, I mean, listen, this guy. Dodging bullets out here. All right.
Listen.
Let's get in.
As Travis so eloquently mentioned last night, he said, you signed up for 900 points. And I said, and my opponent signed up for 899. That is, listen, I am nothing but efficient when it comes to my matchup details. Right. Back to the standings. We are exactly where we were last week when we spoke about this.
Here. Oh my boys. We've now got 5 teams all tied at 3-6. So the conversation that we had earlier this year when we were like, does 8-6 make the playoffs? Does 7-7 make the playoffs? I am
6-8 might make the playoffs at this point.
6 and 8 make the playoffs. I am convinced that 7-7 will 100%. There will be a 7-7 team.
Oh, for sure.
The top 6 for sure.
Per last week's conversation, the exact scenario broke out that we discussed, where David overtakes Greg, who was the only 2-6 team. I won my matchup against the 3-5 team. Jeremy won his, and Travis won his. So none of the games were picked off the top of the leaderboard, and it just crunched together down there.
I mean, listen, the cars are piling up. I mean, if you're a 3-6 team or a 4-5 team, and you have a substantial points for, because I'm looking at like 3 guys. I'm looking at.
It is going to be so hard for you guys to overtake.
I'm looking at
Bender and Greg.
Greg and Dan.
It's really just Dan. Dan's the only one who's got a real opportunity.
Yeah, I just don't see how we push through that.
Yeah, I don't see how you or Kyle or David finds a way through. But then again, I mean, we're only like. I mean, we've still got a quarter of the season left.
There's a lot.
Like,
There's a lot of season left.
Put it this way: you win out, you go 8-6, you're in. Like that's you know.
Man, it's possible. Gee, listen, Jeremy's on a 6-game winning streak. Why can't I be on a 6-game winning streak? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen.
You just gotta. Anything can happen. Anything's possible.
You just gotta turn your life around.
Keep on keeping on, everybody. You are not out of it until you're out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Craig's comeback. He has deemed it in his name. Here he comes. Yeah. He's on the winning trail.
I'd like to call out Craig. For only. Yeah. Listen, I actually kind of want to call out you. You're I know I'm picking on you a lot. You're 7-2.
Sup?
And you only have 50 more points scored than me. I'm 3-6.
Sup?
What's going on here?
Will it make you feel better if I pull up Fever and show you the exact same thing?
No.
Okay.
Will it make me feel better if I point out that I have almost 200 more points against
200 more points. Yes. I did this last night.
Yes, it would make me feel better.
I am officially the only team who does not have 900 points against yet.
Sus. Dude, listen. I really do hope that you do not make the playoffs and get eliminated in the first round.
If I don't catch the bye, it's all you can write it in stone. If I don't grab the first round bye and I run into the Bender buzzsaw in round 1, L.
Dude, what a disappointing season! If you ended the season and you're like 10 and whatever. First round eliminated.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you. Not a disappointment. We're in the playoffs. We have broken the streak. I'm playing with house money in CoC right now. This has never happened. I'm coasting. Are you kidding me? I need 1 win. There's no way I don't win one game. Derrick Henry's on my team. Look at his face up here. He'll win me one game.
He'll do it. All right.
It's the longest intro of all time. Pick'em time.
I mean, listen,
Woo!
right?
Pick'em one time for the boys back home.
Woo.
I am establishing my lead to 27 points. Shout out Kyle. 1-0. Perfect score. 5-1. GG should have picked Jeremy. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah. Wow,
I'm not.
yeah, we both picked Evan. Yeah, because when I talked to Jeremy's like, "Did you guys pick me this week or not?" And I was like, "I'm pretty sure we both laughed at your team and said we're picking Evan." I think because he had somebody.
He didn't have Justin Fields yet.
Yeah,
he had somebody else in. We can talk about it more. It was.
Anyway,
I do remember talking about it, saying, I meme picked Evan. I remember like distinctly stating like Jeremy's team looks better here, but I will always ride with Evan. It was that type of pick.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
has anyone ever gone 6-0 in a week? I can't recall it, but we don't care enough about it.
Nah.
But like 5-1 seems like that rarely happens.
5-1 solid. I mean, 5-1 is really
4-2
good.
is usually the number where we go. All right, to the matchups.
You're definitely getting positive money on that.
To the matchups.
Disgusting.
Poop. I actually don't even know if we're poop. I have to look at the other matchups.
Listen,
there were some pretty bad matchups. No, it's us.
All I'm gonna say
is
at 101 points. At 101 points.
You beat 7 out of 12, right?
7 teams.
Yeah.
Very unhappy. All right, we're moving on.
Oh, we're not even talking about the matchup?
No. We're moving on to this matchup.
Oh, okay.
Lamar Jackson, what's up with that? 17 points? Stinky.
Listen, Lamar Jackson took one out of Derrick Henry's playbook and was like, what if I score 75% of my points in the first 2 quarters and then failed to score any points in the second half to secure a win for either team?
I barely watched any of the game except the final drive.
The sweat of the matchup last night in that final drive when I was watching Lamar Jackson, I chalked it as a loss in my brain because it was actually the drive before that where the Saints had the ball. I happened to be in the Discord, Travis, and I'm just talking because they're up 3 scores. There's like 6 minutes left or whatever. And I'm like, if the Ravens just get a stop, this is Tyler Huntley's game. Like, there's no way Lamar Jackson comes back into the game up 3 scores with 4 minutes to play. And then the Saints score that touchdown. The sweat. Juwan Johnson goes in, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then Lamar Jackson runs for a 7-yard run. Then he runs for another 7-yard run.
I was like, oh, it's over.
I was like, and then I'm watching these fucking read options, and I'm just like, give that ball every time. Oh my God. It was a roller coaster. And I just have to hope that the sacks are right for these 2 defenses. Again, I will sweat the sack until Thursday.
Sweaty sack. All right.
Shout out Ray. For those of you who know Ray, she picked Zay Jones over Eno Benjamin. I just want to shout her out in this episode. I gave her the call. Shout out Andrew. Never give me good advice. Told me to start Eno Benjamin. I just want to also point that out.
Hey, love that girl. You should marry her, right? Eno Benjamin,
Yeah. That was. Well, to be fair, I mean, James Conner was also pretty gross. This is Kyle's griefing.
Ooh, so I tried to trade. Yeah, that is a grief. I'm actually very surprised.
This is a grief over Ron Miller. Also, I just want to say this. This is the only shit talk I'm going to talk. Kyle deserves to get punished for starting 4 Arizona Cardinals. He started James Conner, Zach Ertz, Rondale Moore, and the Cardinals defense. You are limiting your upside significantly when you start 4 players from one team. And oh, by the way, I have the best Cardinal on my team. So like,
that is a weird champ. That's a weird champ for me.
Yeah, I was talking about that. Also, I'm talking a lot. I'm fucking sick and tired of you shitters starting the worst defenses in the NFL against me and getting away with these fucking pick sixes. It's blowing my mind. How many weeks in a row is someone going to roll out one of the bottom 5 defenses in the NFL and catch a defensive touchdown against me? But like, keep doing it. I need to get points against up.
Yeah, but listen, I think as far as your record's concerned, no one's going to feel very sympathetic about that.
Aaron Rodgers fucking sucks, bro.
Hey, listen, a win's a win as far as I'm concerned.
Dub's dub.
Dub's on the board. All right, keep it moving.
Yep. How did your matchup go? Oh, I genuinely forgot before I said.
What kind of setup was that?
Listen, I forgot. To be completely honest, that was mean.
Listen, this one's gonna be brief. Walked into 20 points from Goddard on Thursday. Walked into like 30 points from Devontae Adams in like the first half, and then just got fucking decapitated by Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Listen, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do?
Honestly, Bender, low key, I really wish Deagans had 0.5 more points so that every member of your roster had double-digit points.
Oh, that would have been nice.
That would have been nice and clean. Anybody? No. Oh my
Nah.
God, he drops a fucking 200 piece on the AFC North bye week.
Yeah.
Bender is terrifying.
It's terrifying. He has a terrifying team.
He scored 101. Team's okay. Khalif Raymond. That was. I don't know what the hell you're doing here.
Who else am I gonna start?
This is too much. You're trying too hard.
Who else am I gonna start?
Wow.
I'd have to just pick somebody off the waiver wire and just throw a dart. Like
I actually shouldn't go here. Never mind. I'm actually not. I know that I have players starred that I'm gonna add, so I'm not going to that screen.
Anthony was trying to get to the X button so quick.
No, I knew because I saw one of them pop up like down here, and then I went, "Oh, it's right." Because I already know before we record these videos who I'm adding for the week. In every other league, I do them at like I don't know 11 in the morning, while I'm drinking my coffee, and I can't do them in CoC because I know that I'm screen sharing on the rundown that week, which hurts, by the way. Like there are sometimes I will forget a player that I've been thinking about for like 6 hours. And then when I go to do this at midnight, I forget that player exists. So I've started starring and favoriting players.
I mean, listen, my team, it is what it is.
Your team did fine.
It's fine.
Your team did fine. Your team is fine.
It's fine.
You're just gonna have to catch some matchups.
I need some
help.
Some matchups to go my way.
Maybe after next week we'll actually do a playoff picture. We need the standings to shake out a little bit. There's too many teams in the heat of it.
All right, Bender, good win. Fuck you.
David, the hero who keeps everybody alive. Narrative Street for David, keeping the squad upright.
I did. David's a showman at heart, man. He loves it.
David, how many times we got to tell you to start Seattle receivers? Stop benching Tyler Lockett. Stop it. He has one bad week. Hey, it's not great, but like, look at this. Look at this. This guy sucks.
David also has Cordell Patterson on his bench.
That's wild.
David's team, like we talked about a week or two ago, is not bad. I mean, David's team
is phenomenal. Think about it.
It's scary.
Now, he does have Najee Harris, the worst running back in the NFL, on his roster.
Need him.
But, like, yeah, he slaps Cordell Patterson in next week. You can now comfortably, like, bench Leonard Fournette. You don't have to ride this roller coaster anymore. This is disgusting. You just, like... You roll Cordero out there, and just
now to play the devil's advocate. Cordero did have a cake matchup, like so easy.
Yeah, but also in a week one. First of all, the matchups don't get more difficult. Looking at this, these are all terrible defenses. Just for the record,
I'm sure somebody thinks Carolina has a pretty okay run defense. Not me, but somebody thinks it.
Anyway, regardless, even if they are, let's say they're middle of the pack. I don't actually know how good their defense is. This is on limited work. Like this is not. This was splitting with Tyler Algier. Now I guess there is another devil's advocate to say that like that will be the standard going forward. I would not bet on that. I would think this is Cordero Patterson week one back from an injury. He's being held back a little bit in the split, and what looked like it was 50-50 will probably be more 70-30 Cordero. Now he won't fall in the end zone twice every week, but. This could be terrifying. If this is real, if McCole Hardman is real, yeah,
that's consistent.
This is the most consistent stretch Cordero Patterson's ever had. Now he's falling in the end zone a lot. Yeah, Cordero Patterson.
David, great win. Greggy boy.
Greg have anything to do? My name is Jeff.
I don't know.
Wow,
Duvernay
over. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with that start. Sorry.
So here's the thing. I had to make the decision in Fever of Michael Pittman or Devin Duvernay, and
they both scored the exact same amount of points.
After Pittman, Pittman scored 3 points. After Pittman's game, I was getting flamed by Jeremy and Kyle, and Turns out I was right.
Turns out you were right.
Crazy. Devin Duvernay, fate. Fortunate. Yeah, you hate to see Curtis and Jeff on the bench. What you gonna do?
Yeah. Jeff's
That's
not
like,
a
I mean,
Jeff's not a
yeah.
win, so that's fine. He still loses with Jeff. Oh, over Devin, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What you gonna do? Greg, listen, you got about 9 other guys nipping at your heels. You better get some more wins on the board there, bud.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same
Go
thing
on.
as you. Like, you guys both scored, 100 and a bit. You would have beat most of the teams in the league. You just drew short straws on matchups this week.
Pain. Yeah, but moving.
Pain. This game
Greg.
got closer than Craig wanted it to. Let me tell you.
Greg cannot be stopped.
Craig
He's won like 3 games in a row.
Craig won the game on the Juwan Johnson garbage touchdown, by the way. The touchdown I'm talking about from the Saints.
He has Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Again, Travis and I in Discord last night. I'm watching that touchdown
What?
happen, and I go, "Oh my God, Craig just won the game on that garbage time touchdown."
Wait.
Craig was losing, I think, like 88.7 to like, I don't know, 86.2 or something like that. Like, Nathan had won the game, and Juwan Johnson catches what, like a 30-yard touchdown pass.
Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad start, but
on a absolutely broken play. Oh,
41-yard touchdown. He was 1 for 1 yard, and he caught a second pass for 41 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So what does he pick up? He picks up 10.5 points on that play. Right?
Listen,
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say, again for whatever reason, it's about Michael Pittman. Craig trades away Michael Pittman for Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Technically incorrect.
Because he doesn't want to play A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon scores more points, but like the difference between Michael Pittman and Jacoby Myers was like a point. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that shakes out. Have to see. Doesn't matter. Craig won though. Double on the board. But that's crazy.
If you're Craig, now that Frank Reich has been fired and they have a new offense, now I think you're upset because like Michael Pittman has an upside that we know that Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't have. I think.
You think Michael Pittman has an upside?
Compared to the last 5 weeks.
That's fair.
It can't be lower.
I tried to trade Michael Pittman for George Pickens at Fever, and I got declined.
George Pickens has keeper value that Michael Pittman doesn't have.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Nathan do anything that he could have done? No, Nathan's got 0 points on the bench.
Nathan had a lot of buys. A lot of buys for a lot of key players.
This is tragic, though, that he loses only the last play of the game.
1 point from Drake London.
Drake London.
1. Drake London, sussy guy, sussy.
It's just classic slice of the pie argument. Doesn't matter how good of a player you are if your quarterback only throws the ball 14 times.
Gross. Ugh, talk about gross.
This had poop bowl nominations. It lost to my matchup, but
dude, what's going on with Justin Herbert,
man? He doesn't have anybody to throw to. Listen, this season has been the narrative of the last 5 years in the NFL. Everybody just has been talking about the quarterback and how you need the young quarterback to become a superstar and like play well in the league. Hey, guess what, guys? It's a 53-man roster for a reason. Receivers are important. There's a reason they get paid a lot of money. When they're hurt, quarterbacks look bad. And for some reason, it feels like everybody in the media has like forgotten that until this year, you know? Devontae, Keelan Allen, Mike Williams, all these players.
I look at Travis and I go, wow. His foundational pieces, right? Murray, Kupp, Sanders, Kelsey, they carried the day. They carried the day for him. Because all of his other players fucking suck.
Travis is, I would say treading water, but he's 7-2. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for CD to get back from bye. He's just waiting for Keenan to get over this injury. Like, he's got the Dallas defense, who's a great defense. Like, eventually, Travis's team will get healthy at the right time, and all of a sudden, this Marquez Valdes-Scantling is Keenan Allen, and this DeAndre Carter is CD Lamb. It's spooky.
Weird that you didn't take the Charger player and compare him to the other Charger player.
I put player above. I put top player in top slot and bottom player in bottom slot.
Dan did have to deal with no Debo and no Christian McCaffrey, and frankly, no Pat Fryermuth because you had to roll out Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, this is a big bye week for Dan.
Big bye week.
And he gets Deonta Foreman in the only week that he needed Deonta Foreman to play well.
Disgusting.
Dan dropped Tyler Higbee today, by the way.
Oh, wow.
I tried to. I don't know if Dan saw this. I tried to trade Dan for Justin Herbert in CoC. I didn't send him an offer, but I did send him a message on Discord, and I said, "What do you want to trade for Justin Herbert?" And I would have probably offered him like, "Let me ask you a question. You have Kirk Cousins on your bench, and you get an offer Jerry Jeudy for Justin Herbert. You thinking about it?" And then I looked at Dan's team, and I go, "Wait, Dan literally just doesn't need players."
Nah, yeah, Dan's
I was like, his roster is so stacked. There's nobody I could trade him.
Yeah, what's the Zach Moss thing? What's going on there?
I
guess he's just playing the.
The keeper game. Why not?
Yeah.
Not the keeper game. The handcuff game.
Yeah, I get you.
Deion Jackson gets hurt. He did get hurt. I don't think Zach Moss played anyway.
Yeah. Man, really hope David Montgomery starts doing better because, woof.
He had Kirk in his lineup all week too. He switched to Herbert, which is weird.
All right.
Not that it
Dan,
matters.
you'll be all right. Your team's good. Travis.
No, you won't be all right. You'll be unfortunate for another week. I'm playing Dan this week. This matchup was close.
Jerome.
Jesus, Jeremy beat Evan with half a team.
Yeah. New England defense, Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Justin Fields.
Which, I mean, hey, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Gets the dub.
40-point player?
Listen, I'm going to say it.
I'll shout Jeremy out for how upset I am that he outfabbed me on Justin Fields.
Listen, I'm going to say, I just can't get behind Jeremy's team. I don't know what it is. Every time I look at it, I just can't get behind it.
I mean, it's this. It's half of his team scores 6 points every week, but his foundational pieces, just like you said with Travis, his foundational pieces are so good. And if Justin Fields is a real if Justin Fields is a real quarterback that he's been for these last 6 weeks, if Justin Fields is this year's Mitch Trubisky, if you will, is this year's Marcus Mariota from the year before that, Jeremy's gonna ride to at least the semis for sure. Like, he just needed a quarterback to pull his team together. So did I, and he outbid me. I would be worried if I were him about Raheem Mostert. That split.
That 8 points is really carried by that touchdown.
Yeah, and the split was not favorable to Raheem Mostert. It was very 50-50 with Jeff, and this is Jeff's first week. He's got Zeke though. Zeke's a great RB2.
Here's the thing.
Kittle comes in.
I'm gonna say
I thought this was Deshaun Jackson. I was like, Jeremy started Deshaun Jackson?
I'm gonna say this not because I want it to happen, but because I think there is a possibility. Does Evan, who started the year 7-0, I honestly think most people think he might not get a bye.
I said it last night.
Does he miss the playoffs?
I said it last night. No, not that. Okay,
but he doesn't get a bye.
I did say out loud. Here's why, by the way, is looking at the points again. Evan's still up there. He's still scoring points with some of the highest in the league. If Josh Allen is not injured, like
that's why I'm bringing it up.
That's the thing. If Josh Allen is injured, like he's going to miss weeks. I said out loud, what if our hero, who is 7-0, goes 7-7? I think at 7-7 he'll still get in, just based on points.
Right.
So I don't think he'll miss the playoffs, but there is a developing world where all of a sudden it happens. Now we say this, and like next week is a Devonta Smith pop-off game. Josh Allen plays, drops 30, and all of a sudden DeAndre Swift is a player again. He scores 120 points, and all the doubters are gone. But
it just creeps. That thought, all right, just creeping into my mind. You know, it could happen.
I think this is just a particularly bad week. I think
that's fair. Kyle Pitts to you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, you get scored 140 on, like, you just can't really do anything, right?
All right, jump into next week, bud.
Boom.
Ooh,
Hey, Dan.
playing Dan the Man.
Rivalry
Dan's not a
week deemed
kicker
by
either.
thing.
Listen, yeah, weekend. Oh, I love me some rivalry week. Here's the deal. I think I'm gonna pick
Wow, that's crazy.
Dan. Just because I continually don't think that your team is real.
It's so weird that you say that. Listen, my team plays the best fantasy football defense in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
I think
And not the
your
defense
team.
that I start. Just my team plays good, good fundamental defense.
I just think your team is just a walking coin flip.
Listen,
And
walking.
I'm not gonna buy into it. I'm picking Dan. Let's get it.
Listen, you can pick Dan all you want. I'm pretty
Listen,
confident Aaron Rodgers is not starting for my team this week against Dallas. For the record.
Yeah, I might be confident Aaron Jones isn't going to be starting either.
Oh, he's playing.
You sure about that?
Test came back negative.
Mm.
Practice expected to. He's already expected to play. Get out of here. He's playing. He's playing.
Find out. You gonna ride with that Wandale or what?
Eno Benjamin. I'm thinking about it. That's a genuine consideration.
All right.
I'm
You
thinking
pick
about
up a tight end that isn't bad.
Probably.
All right.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
Okay.
Some players starred.
All right.
I mean, I'm obviously picking myself, but oh my god,
I
this is
understand.
so disgusting, Dan. What are these timings? Dan's gonna have 40 points after 4 o'clock. Oh my
You're gonna have
god.
to sweat for so long.
It's funny because it's all my team plays at 4. This is the most boring 1 o'clock matchup in the history of the league. It's gonna be like 38-22 after 1 o'clock, and we're just gonna be sitting there like, huh? When's the real game start? Ew, Dan, come on.
I'm taking Dan.
You can take Dan all
Keep
you
it
want.
moving.
L.
Keep it moving. You heard it here first.
I'm taking Nathan. Rivalry week.
Yeah, honestly, when I think about my biggest rival, I think of Nathan. I'll be honest.
Rival.
I never know what's up with that guy. I just never know. Listen, I'm gonna take me. I think my running backs have terrible matchups, but
Dak goes
I'm still
in.
taking me.
Barkley goes in.
Yeah,
So
that's
Barkley alone
that's
is plus 20. So he's already at 105. Dak picks him up another 2 or 3. He's at like 108.
Gotta get a flex player in.
That's Saquon. I'm just assuming that he's gonna start.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm not saying it's a lot.
Probably not starting
me.
Drake London. Probably starts Ayuk. So Nathan's sitting at like 110.
Listen, I'm just saying I like. I mean, I like me, so I'm gonna pick me.
Listen, you would think Nathan played against me last week. Guys, I need everybody to go take a look at defensive standings. Stop starting defenses who give up the most points in the NFL. It's crazy. Miami has one double-digit game all season. Nathan was like, good start. Good start.
Listen,
gets bailed out.
They got more than one, but you know.
Oh, whatever.
They have 2.
Anybody can score double-digit points against New England.
Yeah, I mean,
what are your matchups?
I'm pretty sure Saquon Barkley's gonna score 40 points.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out.
But you got Dalvin Cook in Buffalo.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good.
So there's that.
That doesn't seem good. All right, that's it. Go.
You don't seem so confident that you picked you after we've talked about it a little bit.
No, I mean, of course I'm not confident. I'm freaking 6. Why the fuck would I be confident?
Greg, what the bipocalypse is happening to Greg's team?
Oh no, help me, Jeff Burrow.
What?
Dude, Greg's gonna have
Greg's gonna have to drop so many players. Dude, Greg is double tight ending.
No.
He has to. Just look at the roster spots. He's not going to be able to support holding both. Why do you have 2 tight ends and 2 kickers on your roster?
Yeah, he's just going to, he's
all right.
fine.
So he puts in Gano.
If Eli Mitchell comes back this week, then it's really going to fuck things up. He's just going to have to drop him. But he's got to drop Nick Folk, 100%. Graham Gano goes in, right?
Okay.
He probably drops Cincinnati defense. Like, is Cincinnati defense really somebody you're gonna hold to the bye week? I don't think
No, in this league, probably. But, like, no, you shouldn't.
you should. So I mean, he drops them. That's fine.
Just drop Devin Duvernay, honestly.
Yeah, that's a drop for me. You just drop Devin Duvernay. You're fine.
I
He's
guess you're fine.
fine.
Starts Jeff, probably. Or
Gotta start
Melvin.
Jeff. I don't know.
Probably start Jeff. You start Sutton, I guess you roll the Sun dice one more time out of a bye and you pick up a quarterback.
Here's the thing: do you start Gibson or Gordon or Gordon? Like, do you start Gibson against the Eagles?
Gibson against the Eagles.
Just hope he catches like 4 passes for like 40 yards.
Oh, Antonio Gibson.
Yeah.
I can't figure out if like Antonio Gibson like had sex with Ron Rivera's wife or what. Like, he looks infinitely better than Brian Robinson with the ball in his hands. It doesn't even look like they play the same sport. And Ron Rivera's like, I refuse to give Antonio Gibson the ball because he like fumbled twice. Like, who cares?
Just don't like fumblers, man.
You know what's just as bad as fumbling? Going 3-0 on every drive you give the ball to Brian Robinson and J.D. McKissick.
Yeah, this one's a bender for me. No surprise.
Yeah, we didn't even look at Bender's team.
He's got all the
Nick Chubb against Miami. That looks like a 30 piece. Okay, moving on.
He's got all the players, so I think he'll be all right.
Oh no, Joe Mixon. Oh, Brian Robinson. Load him up.
Put him in.
Put him in. Start them against each other.
Yeah.
Or a real matchup where people have players in their lineup. These bye weeks are killer, guys.
Listen, thank you guys for arranging your lineup.
Shout out Travis. Literally told me he was doing it last night. He was like, I got to make sure I put players in my lineup so you guys can look at my team for the rundown.
I like that guy.
I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick that guy because of this. I don't care what people say about him. This is fake. This is fake. Don't get baited by Keenan Allen.
He's a top 5 guy for me.
All right, hold on. I have to actually look at the matchups before I just.
My man, I'm just saying. Travis does have Khalil Herbert. I know he's playing.
And Tyler Algier.
I'm just saying. That's looking a little sussy.
How does he have those 2 players in his lineup and he's still projected to score 120 points? Travis Kelce.
Fucking Cooper Kupp and Travis Kelce, dude. And Kyler Murray, of course. He's got foundational pieces.
How's Chris Godwin doing? Fine. Not good. I mean, he doesn't have a touchdown. If he had a touchdown in any of these weeks, you'd be like, oh yeah, wow, Chris Godwin's doing great. Because like these are good numbers, you know what I mean? He's got double-digit targets, 6 or 7 catches. Wow, that's actually really funny. 6 or 7 catches in every week. Like any one of these weeks where he just falls in the end zone, you go, oh, good week. Like
as a Chris Godwin owner in another league, he has been fine.
Let's see. So Cordero goes in over who? See, there's the problem. Dude, David's got to live by the starter sit decisions.
A lot of decisions to be made.
Because, like, is it Lenny?
I think I'm taking Cordero, dude.
I'm taking Cordero over everybody, I think, in his lineup.
Except for ETN. Cordero. Dude, Lenny.
Like, I'm taking Cordero over Lenny and all of the receivers that he could put in the flex. Like, I would take Cordero over all those guys.
Lenny's on his way out. It's Rashad White time.
Yeah, probably not.
It was a Travis for me, bud. It's Travis for me, David. I say this as someone who is also 3-6 and wants to climb over the corpses of my enemies. Go Travis.
Go David. Go David. I need you, buddy. I need somebody to pick Travis off. God, another by Apocalypse game. Dude, when the quarterbacks are on bye, the points get so wonky. Jesus. Maybe I am starting Aaron Rodgers. Not a quarterback market out here.
This is an Evan for me, and I honestly don't feel like we need to talk much about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor might legitimately get shut down for the year. Do you think that coaching team is gonna like make Jonathan Taylor go out there? I don't know.
Make him? No.
I just don't see any reason for why he should be playing. Like, I think they're gonna go into full, unless they're just like psychos. They're gonna go into full tank mode.
I just don't. Here's the thing that you have to question is like, is his ankle injury real, or is it just like Michael Thomas's 3-year long ankle injury?
I actually do think it's real. I actually do think it's real. Just the fact that like one of the biggest stats that everybody was like toting was like he missed practice for the first time in his life.
Yeah.
Like that's a big point of pride for guys like that. So
Yeah.
like I really do think it is like a real thing.
That's fair. So like best case scenario, he plays. Kyle puts him in 70. He puts Lazard in over Rondale Moore. So that's like +4 more. That's 74. Kicker is 81. Quarterback is 97.
It's close.
Evan
Close.
kicker is 100.
Like,
All said and done, the projections are right next to each other. Like these projections are both going to be hovering between 90 and 100.
I feel like if you take away Kyle's Lamar, like his team just becomes very
Yeah, especially with what the
unexciting.
quarterback market is going to be heated in free agency. That's all this rundown has told me. It's terrible. Yeah, I've looked at the quarterbacks. It's bad. But like there's going to be like 5 of us vying for quarterbacks and they're not very good quarterbacks. Is DeAndre Swift fake though?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. You say that, but
I mean,
so I'm not picking against the
so
7-2 team.
so funny, man, because you look at his box score, and obviously injury plays a role, but you're just like, what?
You say that like injury plays a role. 5 carries in week 2. He had like 8 catches in this week, but still.
Yeah, I mean that's all. That's all. Yeah, I'm chalking that up to injury easing him back slow.
In these weeks,
know.
yeah.
I don't know.
In week 2, he was all 100% go. This is before he got hurt. He got hurt in week 3.
I know he did. Yeah, 15 points. I'll take that any day for my running back one. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying
I
5
don't think
carries
I'm
you
gonna
don't
say
want to
fake.
take.
I don't think I'm gonna say fake. He's super talented, but gosh, darn, does he get injured so easily?
I just don't. I think what's going to happen is DeAndre Swift is he just finds himself in this. I'm never going to be a bell cow back running back role. Like he gets hurt too often where I don't think his timeshare ever goes above 60-40 versus Jamal Williams, who's just been nothing but rock solid all season for the Detroit Lions. And oh, by the way, is like a captain and a leader.
Yeah.
So like, I don't see how DeAndre Swift ever like out touches him like 25-5 again.
Listen.
I'm still picking Evan, but
Donovan Peoples-Jones has been a very reasonable play. I mean, those are Chris Godwin numbers.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, if I put these numbers up next to Chris Godwin, would you know who was who?
Like those are Chris Godwin numbers. Evan, great pickup. All right. So that's a free agent guy. That's been a plug and play. Like been putting up decent numbers. Not bad. It's not bad.
Disgusting.
I get it. I'm going Evan.
Me too.
Rap tap bang.
Comeback. Our hero. Against who's the player in that spot? Who is the player in this spot?
Oh.
Wide receiver. It is somebody off the waiver wire.
Yeah, he's going to the wire.
He's going to the wire for a wide receiver start. Listen, if there's a player that you wanted to start, or there's a position that you wanted to start off the wire, it's wide receiver. This matchup could hinge on Aaron Jones's health as well, but it's against Dallas, so like doesn't matter. Will Darren Waller ever play football again? The world may never know.
For me, not gonna think about it too much. Going Jeremy.
Yep, it's time, Jeremy. Here comes the bandwagon.
You have the full support.
You better not fucking lose now. My pick'ems depend on it.
Well, you know, I want
Not too much to think about here. Gross. Oh my god. I did not know Tom Brady threw the ball 60 times. That's disgusting. I lose you?
Got it.
Okay. I mean, with that,
I think I listen. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Yeah, I think classic text live show. Listen, guys, it's time to win or get left behind. Okay, all my 3 and 6ers out there, put your hands up. Let Jesus take the wheel, okay? Because it's gonna get crazy out there.
It's probably too early, but realistically, if you go to 7 after this week, it's probably over for you. Unless you're Dan. I think everybody else. I think Dan, because of points, has a chance. Everybody else, if you go to 7 losses, I don't think you're going to recover, because at 7 and 7 you will get tiebreakered out. Like, there's going to be probably more than one 7 and 7 team.
Yep, I would agree with that.
And so, also, I mean, we're assuming that myself, Evan, Travis, and Jeremy are in, but
yeah, I mean, it's just, dude, you have a 4-game win streak. Jeremy has 6. These win streaks are gross.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Kyle started the year 3-0.
Yeah, and then
that's crazy.
He lost like every running back on his team in 1 week.
So listen, and this is a direct criticism of Kyle.
I mean, we say it every single year.
Single year.
Now this year is particularly bad.
It's bad. He just doesn't do anything.
But it happens every year.
He drafts his team and he goes, "Yep, this is it." Doesn't make trades. Doesn't really pick up a lot of players. Just goes, "Yep, this is what I got," and just rides it out. And obviously, as a high move person, I just disagree with that philosophy. And
I mean, so do I. But just based on, because eventually I'm looking at your roster. You have to have some sort of value to try to convert value into value. And in 1 week, Jonathan Taylor gets hurt for the first time. Damian Harris gets hurt for the first time. James Conner gets hurt for the first time. There are some times where it doesn't matter how many moves you make, it's an L.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
I mean, ultimately, I agree. Make the moves for the sake of making the moves. It's not working without the moves. You got to test if it'll work with the moves.
Yeah, you gotta try. I mean, you just gotta do something.
But I don't think that this particular league was recoverable when you lose 3 running backs who were starting caliber in 1 week. Without you have to go full blockbuster. It's Lamar, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown, but I think he got hurt in that week as well. I think it's week 4 was detonation week for him. It was week 5 for Damien. Lazard has been good. Where was James Conner's week? Week 5. And Jonathan Taylor was week 4. Yeah. So it was a 2-week period. Yeah, he'd have to blow it up. It would have had to have been Lamar, Mike Evans. And you just try to get a bunch of pieces. I don't know. That's a hard trade to try to make, because trying to find equal value on that is impossible.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we can talk all about after the fact, but I don't know. It's tough out there. All right, boys. I think that about wraps it up. Week 10, rivalry week. Good luck. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.